Warning: the following content contains language that may be inappropriate for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Welcome to the Let's Get Heavy podcast, your exclusive backstage pass to the realm of heavy music. Join us as we engage in conversations with amazing bands, promoters, and emerging talents who are making waves in the scene. This episode, we are chatting with Ryan and Ant from Ruinous Reign to discuss the band's origins, current EP Agro Side, and their thoughts on the use of AI in music. So let's get heavy. So, guys, I want to welcome you to Get Heavy UK, where we like to highlight bands, promoters, festivals, and try and spread a little bit of positivity throughout the metalverse. So I believe one of you is well aware. I'm Stevie from Get Heavy UK.
Yep.
And who's joined with from Ruinous Reign?
I'm Ryan, the guitarist.
Nice to meet you, Ryan.
I'm Ant.
Your Ant. You're the one I have been communicating with the majority through Instagram. Well, it's nice to actually talk to you in person. Well, not directly in person, but you know what I mean.
I've spoke to you in person.
Yeah, that's right. Was it yourself that was at Bloodstock and won the competition as well? Yeah. It was. That's sweet. What kind of guitar did you win, by the way?
I did not win one.
How dare they?
Did not win it.
That is slanderous.
I tried my best. But
they got you on the mains. They got you on top of the one in Jim Steele stage, didn't they?
No, it was a guy
competition. I'm thinking of.
It was a good competition, but he literally bent over backwards for the guitar. So that's how it was.
Yeah. I think I've seen your picture on Facebook with it. To be fair, it was an absolutely sick guitar. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I just wish I could play it. Can't play a guitar to save my life. That's why I stick with a good old triangle.
Yes.
Anyway,
upgrade to what
my wife sat next to us and she does not approve of the triangle.
Cowbell.
So let's kind of start from the beginning because we want to know all about Ruinous Reign. So how did the band come together and what motivated you to start Ruinous Reign?
I guess that's more me. Yeah. So back in 2018, me and the bassist were looking for a drummer. We ended up getting our original Ruinous Reign drummer, but we're actually just the three-piece called Iridium. We ended up sort of disbanding after about 18 months. But I ended up getting married and settling down in about 21. Didn't realise that the bassist and drummer were still sort of like doing things behind the scenes. Decided to bring me back in after I got a house and whatever. And then, that was it. We decided to leave Iridium stuff behind and rebrand ourselves and look for a vocalist. And then we got Ant.
Yeah, you want to focus on the technicality of what you could play with, what you could do. Yeah, stretch your strings.
Yeah, I used to be the guitarist and vocalist as well, so it didn't really allow me to fully experiment on the guitar as much and writing. But yeah, kind of come from.
So was the original name Iridium? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, Iridium was the original sort of band name, and then we just obviously rebranded it and looked for a vocalist to,
polish
the sound off and put the cherry on top. So yeah.
Just freeze.
And was that also a thrash band as well, or did you completely change?
It was a thrash band, but we've gone a little bit more technical with Ruinous Reign and a lot more heavy with Ant's vocals. So yeah, it's a good fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are missing a couple of members. Who's missing out of the band?
Yeah, so we've got Mike, who plays the bass. He's been with me for, well, I met him in 2015 in previous bands. So he's been sort of like my go-to bassist.
He's a finger wizard.
He is, yeah. And we've got P on drums. He's our new drummer as of last year. The original drummer, also called Mike, left. So yeah, we've got those two.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you not put out a post recently that you're looking for a new drummer though?
So yeah, we've literally just come from
a band meeting,
emergency band meeting.
Yes.
Yeah, we kind of
laid down the law on his unreliability, not turning up to certain practices and last minute sort of texts and stuff to say I've got this on, etc. So yeah, we kind of just laid the law down and said we're serious about this. We want to move forward this year, and he's totally took everything on board. So yeah, good stuff.
So at the end, it felt like more of a mutual split than anything.
No, we kind of just had to just give him that ultimatum, like, you're out, like, and so he's obviously asked, can I get a second chance? You know, I want to do this, and we've talked about it. We had a lengthy chat with him and said, yeah, right, we'll go.
It's a shame because I know it's a shame because I know you've struggled to get a drummer as well for some time. And because like I say, Ant is a regular on our live Twitch channel, and you know I've always asked how's the drum finding going. And when he told us he found a drummer, I was absolutely out of the moon to find out that he's found a drummer. So kind of back to square one, but didn't give up hope, please, because like I say, the band is absolutely sick. And I want you to get out there on the road, so I hope you can find another drummer soon. And Grace, obviously, our neck of the woods in the tune.
Yeah. So after the meeting today, we might be
carrying on with him.
With P.
With P. Just because we've obviously given him a kick up the arse, basically, and said, you need to turn up, you need to make sure you're there, and he's agreed. So
he's given some commitment to try and stay, because he really wanted to. Some error. So we're giving him a second chance to prove himself.
Charming. Well, pleased to hear it. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works out. For the greater good. So, what was the meaning behind the name Ruinous Reign? How does it reflect your music?
This is another me question. It's kind of one of them things, like you just.
So I'm assuming the name was around before Ant joined.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, we'd agreed on the name beforehand, and it was kind of just one of them. We had no idea what to rebrand ourselves as, so we were just sort of like throwing random names out, and you know, as you do, go on a band generator names thing, and you're just pulling out random words and stuff. And I think it was possibly one that I'd just thrown into the hat.
Rolls off your tongue.
Yeah.
Ruinous Reign.
And the other two decided, they liked it, and that was it. We just decided to go with that. The original drummer Mike, his brother, did the logo design, and we just took it from there, really. And then I joined a couple of months after. So, yeah.
So how did you find Ant?
Join my band.
That seems to be the normal consensus, really.
Just put an ad out there. He was also looking for a band at the same time, so there was mutual understanding that he wanted to find a band, we wanted to find a vocalist, and just ended up
right place, right time.
Yeah, exactly.
So what kind of drew you both to the genre? How does it resonate, your personal musical influences?
So I came more from the deathcore, metalcore style, which is where it kind of changes from a thrash band to some kind of hybrid, kind of bit of an experimental.
Yeah, we're still trying to find that. Yeah, we're still trying to find that niche and round our sound out really. I'm very much of a thrash death metal background. Mike, the bassist, he's very much like Maiden-esque background sort of thing, early Metallica. And the original drummer, Mike, he was sort of a thrash death guy. So it was originally sort of like that, but then obviously we just thought, let's get a completely different vocalist in to try and give it a different spin, really. And
it seems like a lot of different genres.
Yeah.
How do you?
But a master of none.
I mean, I can imagine there'll be some creative differences, or does that not even happen? Or
I think it's worked out pretty well so far.
Yeah, it's worked out all right.
It builds in layers, I guess.
Yeah. Like I say, we're still trying to find our sort of like rounded sound. Really, we're still experimenting with things as a band.
it's still early days for the band, because when did the project actually start?
So we ended up starting probably 2022 sort of thing. We were just sort of like
fairly young.
Jamming out random riffs and tunes and stuff, and then sort of like we got Ant in mid 23, and he just put his vocals and flair on it, really. So
I joined and you already had a full set, so it was literally me joining in, maybe a few adaptations here and there, pre-written lyrics or vocals, adding my own vocals to some of them. It weren't currently written, and we're out there not too long.
Yeah, a couple of months after, we ended up starting gigging, getting a couple under our belts.
Nice. Like I say, it's still early days for the band. I want to see it grow. I want to see it continue. I want to see it flourish and get bigger. And like I say, hopefully he's going to grace us in the Newcastle area, because I love all forms of metal, but I've always had a thing about thrash. I don't know what it is. Just I love fucking riffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll know yourself, Ryan, because if thrash is your bag, just there's something about riffs, guitar solos. It's just die. Do you know what I mean? So I've always resonated more with thrash over everything, but I just love metal in general.
Yeah.
But who are some of your biggest influences in the thrash metal, both classically and contemporary?
I'd probably say, the big four for me. Without a doubt, they are like the guys. Testament also, they're quite up there.
See, I personally think they should be in the big four.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Like I think
that's getting into another hot topic altogether.
there's a lot you can say about some of the bands that aren't given as much as say, like,
But who do you remove to put Testament in the place?
Okay.
This is.
Yeah, I'd take Metallica out.
You take Metallica out?
Yeah, they've just got too generic in the 90s, yeah. Anthrax, great live, honestly. Joy Bell.
Yeah, my wife's just sat next to us, and she's agreeing with you. She'd take Metallica out as well, to be fair.
Slayer, I absolutely love Slayer. I always got told, that is that Slayer band. And I'm like, I'm not in a Slayer band. I write riffs that are very similar to Slayer, but I'm not in a Slayer band.
It's right. It's more Exodus.
More Exodus, yeah. Yeah. No.
It's more Exodus, Death Angel. We don't sound the same. Leave it alone.
Yeah. So, all of those. Love all of those. All the way up to like the newer stuff like Evil and Warbringer, the new wave of thrash. All of it, I love it.
Have you ever checked out I tell a lot of people, and I think Ant's been when I've played it, even on the live stream. There's a South American band called Halvar. South Africa, sorry, no apologies, not South America. South Africa, called Halvar.
No, but I will check that out.
If you love riffs, check out their song New Age Genocide, and it's absolutely insane.
Right.
Definitely one of my favourite thrash metal songs of the last 5 years. But again, we're getting off topic. I apologize. And what about yourself, Ant? What were your influences?
My influences, they came from things like Black Dahlia Murder, Suicide Silence. I loved the
two big, massive bands right there.
Yeah, I love the Manchester metal scene around like 2006, 2007. You had some amazing bands there. Which really got me into the music. And then I just like explored from there. And then there's like Darkest Hour, Between the Buried and Me, them kind of genres. I just developed from there into.
So how do you adapt into a thrash? Because the vocals are very different to, you've said, Black Dahlia Murder and Suicide Silence. So the vocal styles in thrash and deathcore and death metal are very different.
Yeah.
How do you adapt into a thrash style?
I think I just kind of took your lyrics, your style, and then
gave it more gruff.
Yeah, a bit more.
a bit more bite to it. Don't know. You've
kind of incorporating those influences from Black Dahlia Murder and Suicide Silence into thrash.
Yeah, it was just kind of adding the new layer on top of it, as like weaving it in. It was slap it on top, see what comes out of it.
Happens, yeah.
And you guys liked it.
Yeah.
I came in
and that's it. Yeah.
There we are.
Nice. So we do have a debut EP, which was released last year, I believe May. Correct us if I've got that wrong, but it is absolutely sick EP. My personal favourite on the EP is No Way Out. Absolutely cracking, absolutely banging track, just banging EP all round. It's absolutely sick. But what can you tell us about the songwriting process on this little bad boy?
Well, No Way Out was a tune that we originally did as Iridium, so we kind of brought it back because it was like, all right, we've got a solid song there that we all personally enjoyed playing, the three of us. We just rewrote it ever so slightly just to make it a little bit more punchy. And Ant's just come in and really bounced off me vocally wise, because we do I do a vocal line, Ant does a vocal line. It's like a back and forth sort of thing, which I like and kind of want to do more of that.
Yeah.
And then
there's a 4-minute solo.
Yeah, 4-minute solo, because why not? Me goes like that. Anyway.
I was wondering why the song's 7 minutes long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's actually 2 songs in one, as someone said. But yeah,
it is for thrash, considering thrash is normally wrapped up 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes. But there's not many thrash songs that go beyond.
What about Metallica? They have like 8-minute songs.
But
no one questions it. It's like this. Yeah, exactly.
We were talking about kicking them out the Big Four before.
But they still have 8-minute songs. It's fine.
I mean, after Master of the Puppets, though, are they even considered thrash anymore?
Well, whatever. Anyway, Sum of All Evil. That was just something that me and my mate were messing about with at work. We ended up just showing it to the others, and they were like, "Oh, we like that. There's some potential there." Just get into the practice room and getting bits put together. And then Legacy and Agricide were written by the bassist. Yeah, he had some stuff that he was doing behind the scenes, and he decided to just throw them out in the practice room, and we were like, yeah, okay, we'll learn that and do that. I mean, his bass wizardry on Agricide with his tapping and sweeps and stuff are just absolutely blew me away. So I was like, it was just kind of like a mix of my writing and his writing really on that EP.
Yeah.
So
it's a good split.
Good split.
Well, the EP is called Eternal Void. Absolutely sick name. Blends really well with the EP's artwork as well. But tell us about the name Eternal Void. Why Eternal Void?
That was a old song of mine from a previous band called Eternal Void. And I just thought it was a cool name, really. Even for, it just felt like dystopian, and that's where we kind of went with the lyrics and the way the songs are. It's like existential in a sense.
Yeah. Like I say, the EP's artwork as well, with the lone figure, kind of looks like he's taken the long walk into the void, if that makes sense.
That's
which is what I absolutely find sick.
Kind of reminds me of the Book of Eli, in a sense.
I don't know why, but probably just my inner geek coming out. I was thinking more Judge Dredd, if you remember Sly Stallone's Judge Dredd, when you take the long walk sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
But I loved it. Absolutely sick. Well done on the EP, lads. It's absolutely banging. We reviewed it, as you're aware. And it's absolutely, you're still getting reviews now as well, which is even sick. Was it Total Rock who's just recently reviewed?
Total Rock, yeah. Shout out to them for getting it done. Like they came back very quick. Really happy with it. Well, I was happy with it.
Mine and your favourite song got ripped to shreds a bit, so
it's graceful.
Exactly.
It was a great video.
Yeah, it was good. Really.
It's a 4-minute solo in it, though, Ryan, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Kind of handled the shreds.
Yeah, you can't please everyone, so.
Yeah. You please me, it's all that matters, man.
That's right.
I always say, if you can make an impression on one person, that's all I need.
Yeah,
So with Eternal Void, what themes and messages do you explore lyric-wise?
So, we've done like 50-50 in this one, haven't we?
Yeah, we've disagreed on like what the messages are in them, and the themes really. I still go down there. It's a dystopian sort of theme on them all, but each song's so different.
Yeah, but you did Some of Our Evils.
Yeah.
No Way Out.
Yeah. Actually, Mike did the lyrics for
and Mike
for No Way Out.
Every day's a learning day.
Every day's a learning day. Yeah. I didn't write the lyrics on No Way Out. That was the original drummer. It's actually to do with people going to war, and like just being given the orders, and you kind of like one in a sense. It is like one. Some of All Evils. Have you ever watched 1982 Heavy Metal? You ever watched the animated Heavy Metal?
No, right, I'm with you now. Yes, aye, many moons ago.
Many moons ago. Yeah, it's basically about that film.
Right.
And how corruption happens, and you get your distorted mind and stuff like that.
Corruption?
Yeah,
corruption in the world.
Corruption of your mind and that.
The mind corruption. Yeah. Oh, you're getting political there.
No. I think Agricide was just to do with aggression and
Yeah, so I wrote it based on guidelines. So I had some brief. Here's about 5-6 lines. Can you work around this? And I just took them and reworked it. So it was about aggression as sort of being so full of aggression that it just overcomes and takes over.
Like suicide, basically, like, aggression, aggricide, you want to just kill that aggression and stuff, let it out. Legacy.
A cathartic type aggression sort of thing, trying to burn it off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then Legacy was one that I did, which was more about leaving an impression on the world rather than live a few years, die, be forgotten. Like, put your stamp on the world, have your name passed down from generation to generation, and just don't really be forgotten, I guess.
That's why I think the EP is very dystopian in a sense.
I like it, mate. I like it. So, apart from myself, who reviewed the EP for you, how has the response been from fans and critics?
Positive.
Yeah, very positive. Had a lot of really good feedback. I think it drops at a bit of an awkward time.
Yes.
It dropped as we did.
Yeah.
So we released it for us playing metal to the masses, and then we were drummerless.
Yeah.
Imminently after that. So we're kind of building it back up, but we've still had a lot of feedback, a lot of people praising it, I guess, over this time. It's the only thing we've got out there at the moment that's kind of saying we're here.
We're here still, yeah.
For now, but 2025, we're going to come in.
Well, yeah.
2025 is the year of Ruinous Reign. I want to see more, guys. I'm not trying to put too much pressure up, but I want to see more.
Yeah,
you've got the stuff, mate, for me. Like you say, when it comes to a thrash band, and this is why I want to see more. I want to see you push it and drive it because it's absolutely sick. Yeah. But did you experience any challenges writing this EP? And if so, how did you overcome them?
Yeah, getting into the studio was the challenge.
Yeah, that was
it had divided us for a little bit, which probably ultimately made the original drummer fly, basically.
There was quite a lot of pressure.
There was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes for the EP, and
the best be worth it.
Yeah.
It was.
Was it just more trying to get you all in the room at the same time, or just timing issues? Because that can be a lot of struggles for people. Because time itself can be an actual challenge trying to get everyone in the same room.
Yeah, it definitely was part and parcel of it. Just don't think there was some difference of opinion where the band wanted to go. I think at the time. Myself and yourself wanted to drive forward.
Yeah, we wanted to. We had like 2 months where we had no gigs lined up, and we were sort of like, right, we've got people asking when we're going to get proper recordings online, because we had a couple of demos that I'd done myself, and they were okay, but we needed that next level of professionalism, really,
to release to the platforms.
And so me and Ant were trying to push to get in the studio and get these songs done in order to have them ready and out for Metal to the Masses, which was a good timeline, but the other two felt like they'd been rushed into it a little bit, so it kind of divided us a little bit at that point. But that's most sort of studio things. There's a lot of, big bands that go through similar stuff.
Yeah, because I discovered in the band, I think it was mid 2023-ish, through Sean Payne. He knows how much of a big thrash fan I am, and I believe you guys supported Cass and Tefra back in the day, that's when he messaged me, check these guys out, which I did. But like I say, you didn't have the full recordings that were at the time.
Yeah.
We featured, I think, one of the demos at the time on the Twitch channel, but still, I loved it because it had that raw sound to it.
Yeah.
And then later on, Ant bought us the full polished release, which I just loved even more, and that just made us want to hear the band live and in person, which hopefully one day I'll get the experience.
Definitely.
Yeah. Hope so.
Definitely.
We'll get there.
Oh, definitely, man. So you mentioned Metal to the Masses as well. How did you fare last year?
Four subjects. We failed
twice. Yeah. Yeah.
We played Manchester Metal and Masses. To be fair, 2023-24 was just so full of talent.
Yeah. There's a lot of talent in Manchester and the surrounding area of Manchester. So
just Metal to the Masses as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, the competition is so unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we played our best.
But you got invited back, which is sick.
Yeah. Which was we were lucky really that we got invited back due to someone dropping out. But yeah, we played a really good show.
Oh, it was amazing. Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, I enjoyed
the crowd was just
unreal.
Yeah. And the stage Rebellion, just next level.
I mean, I always look at it, even if you don't make it through. You know, I mean, one, it's an amazing night, like you've both just stated there.
Yeah.
Two, you'll probably reached a new audience who may never have heard of the band before, just off those two shows alone.
Yeah.
So my recommendation is, are you applying again for this year?
We're not doing Manchester because that's already started.
Okay.
Manchester's a lot longer than the other.
Yeah,
there's more bands.
There's lots of bands in that one.
So it starts 4 to 6 weeks earlier than
the other.
Yeah. Newcastle starts May.
Wow.
So Manchester starts. Manchester's on tonight.
Yeah.
Is it right?
With the draw.
It should have been last week though, shouldn't it? Because they not have a cancellation of all the shitty weather.
Yeah. So with the whole drummer scenario, we thought we can't apply for Manchester because we would not be
ready.
We wouldn't be there.
We didn't think we were ready or tight enough. To even apply for that one. So we
never think you're not talented enough, mate. Never think you're not talented enough because
but like the talent's there. It's just we didn't feel like we were tight enough as a unit with the new drummer.
We didn't play enough gigs with the new drummer to feel like
we were worthy to play in that those heats. But we are looking to play in another regional heat.
Any particular region that you're going for?
Well, it's going to have to be Burnley at this point because we can't really. I think
it's the most local one.
It's the most second to Manchester or Liverpool. It's the most sort of like local one to us. We're going to that go.
We've played Century before.
Yeah, we've played there a couple of times.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. And there's some great bands potentially playing there.
Good.
But again, though, it's really your second time in the competition. This time, like you say, you're switching areas and you just open yourself up to more exposure.
Yeah.
Like I say, that's the main thing at the end of the day. It is the exposure that Metal to the Masses gives you, even if you don't make it through the competition.
Yeah.
New set of ears.
New set. I think it's the 5th or 6th time I've tried.
And so not with, but it's the second time with Ruinous Reign.
Yeah. I've played in previous bands a couple of years, and yeah.
You just want to
get to Prague. I just want to get there and play.
But you were there last year.
Yeah, to watch. I didn't play. I want to play. I want to be on the stage.
Oh, we never specified that, did you? You just said you want to get there.
No, I've been there multiple times. I've never played.
Should we do that again? Cut there. He just wants to play Bloodstock.
No, I'm keeping that in.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
It would, yeah. That's a goal. Yeah, that's a goal for us. So. But even if we don't, still some exposure at these competitions. So,
yeah. Do you? So, with you being a regular attendee yourself, then Ryan, have you been yourself on to Bloodstock as an attendee?
No, not yet.
Disgraceful.
Yeah.
No. What happened to supporting the scene, man?
I'll be a Bloodstock virgin.
Do you get to see? Do you go to the New Blood stage much?
I've been a couple of times to the New Blood stage because I've had I've known a few bands to play there, so I've obviously either gigged with them or watched them on the local scene. So I've just been like, all right, they're on. I'm going to go catch them. I might, I've got a couple that have been completely new to me, and I've been like, all right, yeah, they're going on my spot.
I've always wanted. I want to see them expand on Metal to the Masses in some way, especially when it comes to the day of the festival. And I have even had the suggestion of during the Metal to the Masses, like during the actual festival, you run another competition,
right?
And so the bands who play, basically all bands on each day compete, and the winner of each day gets invited back the following year, but then opens the main stage.
I mean, that's a massive jump. You think, yeah.
But think of the experience and the exposure that you'll get.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because if you win that year, you've got a whole year to get your arse in gear. You with us?
Fair.
You've got a whole year to get your arses in gear, get your whatever bits and pieces that you need to tighten up.
Fine-tuned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Polish everything up, get everything finely tuned. The production doesn't need to be fantastic. At the end of the day, we're here for the music. At the end of the day, the production and the flames, the pyro, the lights, but that's just bonus. At the end of the day, we're here for the music.
Need to get on to Vicky and Simon.
I interviewed Adam back in 2024, just before Bloodstock. I did drop it, but I wasn't sure if it would go anywhere. If I can entice Vicky, I might fare better. But
you just need to put that seed in there and let them,
let it grow.
Let it grow.
I've tried a few times to reach out to Vicky, but each time's failed so far. So, but I'm persistent. I'll keep trying.
Yeah. Saying that though, I did catch Bloodshot Dome when they played the New Blood stage, and a couple of years later they were on main stage, and it's like, well, yeah, they've obviously done and shown that they had the potential to do that. So it
Bleed from Within.
Yeah,
Bleed from Within. They're another example. They went up through the ranks of New Blood, and then Sophie. Main stage. I think Malevolence were the same.
They smashed it. Yeah, absolutely smashed it.
I mean, look where they are these days. Do you know what I mean? So it's absolutely insane to see.
Don't stop dreaming. Yeah, that's it.
But other than Metal to the Masses, what is in store for 2025?
So we are just trying to get out there. We want to rebuild our fan base around Manchester because we've been out of the scene for a while, good 10 months or something. Yeah. With the odd gig here and there. So definitely repopulate around Manchester and then branch out. up your way, maybe, you know. But I definitely want to see some other parts of the country, meet some amazing people, because these shows where you just meet some of the best people you ever meet.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that. I'll just love to get out there and just meet them all. It's a bit difficult being adults.
Yeah, with family and everything. Yeah. Holding down jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're obviously not in our late teens, early 20s. We can't just hammer this, like it's our life. We do have the day jobs and.
Do you remember when we were kids and we kept telling ourselves just want to get out of school?
Cool. Yeah.
Aye, and you used to argue with your parents.
Yeah.
Look, Mum, I want to get out of school, and now you just want to get back in school because
you just want to
go back.
Sponge off your fucking parents. Mum, can I borrow 20 quid?
Yeah. So.
But yeah, 25. Aiming to just push out there, get gigs going. That will also push the EP out.
Yeah.
It hasn't had the
exposure that it really could have.
And then we've made some great connections over the last 18 months.
Yeah.
With bands, promoters. So just linking back in with them, because other bands, they've just exceeded. So yeah, just get back on with them and get back out there, really.
Yeah,
nice.
Really push the gigging scene
and play Bloodstock.
Yeah,
Nice. Any new music on the horizon?
So we're currently writing. Yeah, we've got a couple of tunes that we want to finish off soon. Hopefully get them in the set list for gigs.
You want to do some singles, don't you?
Yeah, I want to try and get a couple of those released as singles. Nothing like EP or album,
Yeah. Not committing to anything just yet. We need to, but that's the aim for long term, I guess.
Yeah.
For 2025 is write some new tunes, get them played, and get a few more releases on Spotify as
singles
platforms,
or
really.
whatever. Yeah, really, yeah. That's what we've got.
Just grow.
Yeah, just grow the band.
Grow.
And how do you envision the evolution of Ruinous Reigns sound in the next few years?
Well, that's quite interesting, because with the change in drummer, albeit if that all plans out well,
if the drummer turns up and is reliable and everything goes as smooth as can be, then we can try and push the boundaries of what we can do, really.
Yeah, that a change in drummer just redefines so many elements.
So much of your sound as well.
Yeah. And then we can just experiment, stay with some of the thrash elements, play about with
some more death elements, all that. Yeah. Just experiment, really. See where the writing takes us.
And like you said, earlier on, just define our sound.
Yeah.
Sweet. And finally, what would you like fans to take away from Ruinous Reign and your music?
Enjoyment. I want someone
merch. Take our merch.
I just like the straight merch.
Well, you said, what do you want to take away from Ruinous Reign? I'm going to be honest. Take our merch. That'll help us get to gigs. It'll help us, get new things.
Yeah.
Take our merch. No, in all seriousness, that's like part and parcel of it. But at the end of the day, we just want them to enjoy what we're playing, and enjoy our shows, really.
I'd really like for like.
You just want massive mosh.
I want a massive mosh pit.
Yeah, with a.
I want someone to go away from one of our shows going, that was mint. I feel inspired to do that myself.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was about 12 years old, I went to my first metal show and I was like, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. I want to be that kind of like influence on someone else.
Yeah.
And you just want the merch sold, so.
And just buy merch.
Yeah.
And, so, guys, well, we've got a couple of quick fires and some other topics to discuss with us before we do end it.
Yeah.
And the Get Heavy UK community will absolutely crucify me if I don't ask this question. But what are your Greg's orders?
Go on, Al.
I'm a chicken bake guy. I love 2 chicken bakes and a yum yum.
Nice. I'd probably go for. They don't do it anymore. Meat potato pies. Bring it back, Greg's. Meat potato pies. Probably just a steak bake or something like that, and then a caramel donut. Because I'm diabetic and I like sugar.
The diabetes.
Yeah.
The old diabetes.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you want to do more singles, etc. before. So
yeah.
Would you say you are more for singles or for albums?
I'd love to record an album. Like EP is like a mini album, so I'd love to record an album. But it's just whatever's sort of like happening nowadays, isn't it? Like more bands are finding success throwing singles out every so often than they are getting a full album recorded. They still throw albums out, but they'll obviously throw a couple of singles out here and there, and then
I think the digital era kind of favours singles. So singles get pushed out, whereas albums sit in the background. But albums are just kind of what people go to and just have on.
Yeah.
And people love albums.
I kind of like the concept that when I spoke with a band called No and Hunger from the Birmingham area, their philosophy is the singles. But the reason for that is because you're constantly releasing content. Are you with us? Yeah. As opposed, if you just release an album, you've released the album, the product's completely out then, isn't it? And then the only thing you're really sharing on Facebook or releasing is just tours.
Yeah.
So I kind of understood where they were coming from, where they would just release a single every couple of months. But then afterwards, I suggested, well, once you've released the singles digitally, then you put it in a package, maybe it's on a CD. When you've got 4 or 5 releases within so many months, release it as an EP, and then you'll have your limited edition run of CDs, cassettes, if you can, vinyls. Do you know what I mean?
That was our plan, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
we released 2 singles, the EP, and then it was going to go to physical.
Yeah, I run on physical.
Yeah, but then we just hit a wall.
Yeah,
and then had a lot of catch up to play, I guess.
Yeah, we have.
So, I mean, you've also got to think about as well the oversaturation as well, because obviously the more you post, Facebook and social media doesn't post it out. Of course, the more you post. I've learned that the hard way.
People are like, I don't want to see that again, so they'll just unfollow things and start like hiding things off the newsfeed. So yeah. It's just like
it's difficult. Social media, I found it difficult personally. Anyway, social media, unless it's negative bullshit, I've noticed it gets very, very little interaction. And it's one of the things I absolutely hate.
Yeah, getting penalised for doing good work.
Do good work, yeah.
100%. Anyway, so what are your guilty pleasures?
You must have loads.
Real.
Well, he keeps coming back to my live stream all the time, so it must be S Club 7.
Yes, top 7 is definitely guilty pleasure. Spoiler. Well, I have quite a few guilty pleasures.
It's time to out yourself. Go on.
Musically, I can go to bash out a bit of Lewis Capaldi. Just sit there with a good glass of wine.
Nice. That is one of the funniest men and down-to-earth blokes I've probably ever encountered.
Yeah.
He's just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Just love his banter.
Yeah, it's great. I'd love to see him live, but it's a bit up in the air at the moment, isn't it? But off topic.
I really don't know what my guilty pleasure is.
Metallica.
That's no.
Saint Anger in it by Metallica. That's the guilty pleasure.
That's everyone's guilty pleasure. Is a Metallica fan. Yeah.
He told me that was the greatest Metallica album of all time.
That or Reload.
Yeah.
Or anything after the Black Album. I don't know my guilty pleasure. Yeah, I really don't know.
You just metal. Just
metal.
Metal through and through.
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't listen to anything like Madonna or like that.
No, you're not a Spice Girls fan.
Yeah,
you give us some Spice. You give us some Spice Girls vibes. I'm not gonna lie, Ryan.
Yeah, when I was like 5 or 6, and I was like, "These are the greatest girls in the world," but not nowadays. No.
Not go like nostalgia and go back to like 90s cheese.
I listen to that on repeat at work.
Out of choice.
5 days, not out of choice, no. But I'll sing along to like Spandau Ballet, yeah. But,
there we go. There's a guilty pleasure. If you sing along to it, you'll like it.
Love a little good ballad.
Yeah. Why not?
If you could cover a cheesy pop song in the style of Ruinous Reign, what song would it be?
Go on, This is one of your expertise.
Really?
Yeah, because you're the cheesy guy in the band.
I'll take that as a compliment, I guess.
You're going to do House of Pain, won't you?
Oh, I'd love to do House of Pain.
Yeah, I'd love to do House of Pain. Jump around. Let's get the mic on vocals.
Yeah.
I think that would work really well actually in a thrash song.
Yeah, you can have like the backing vocals with it. Yeah.
Get it done, lads. Get it done before somebody else beats you to it.
Yeah, doing it. Get on it.
Too late now. It's got to be done. No.
The joy in my face.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, guys, a couple of side ones for you because I've always wanted to get more bands involved on these discussions. First one being Mosh Pit Etiquette, which you may. I'm not sure if you watched our episode on the Let's Get Heavy podcast regarding Mosh Pit Etiquette, but we were discussing about how mosh pits are getting quite violent and crowd killing getting involved. It's just getting a little bit of out of hand at times. So do you have any thoughts on mosh pit etiquette? Have you witnessed or seen any over the top antics in a mosh pit?
I've not really seen much recently at any local shows. Really not a fan of crowd killing.
No,
really.
No, that is a definite no. If you do that, you are the biggest dick in the world. I'm sorry, but you should.
Yeah, don't apologise. Say it proudly.
You should not be at that show if you're going to crowd kill. No,
I've seen a lot of like videos and clips online of some crowd killing on females and stuff like that.
No, it's just not. It's not on.
No.
Like you're not a metalhead at that point. You just another thug off. You're a thug off the street that's got a ticket for some reason.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if you've come across Vulgar Dissection or Ovulated Cadaver. That pretty much the same sort of. They've got the same sort of members, but one's like death metal, one's slam sort of thing. But anyway, the point I was going to make was that one of their vocalist, Liam, he actually stopped a show because he witnessed crowd killing. He actually stopped the show, wanted them ejected from the show. So big shout out to Liam for doing that.
Yeah.
But then the little bastards then try to give him shit on socials. Then trying to contact other bands that they're playing with on other shows, as if trying to get them cancelled, sort of thing. I was like, so for protecting people in the audience, you're trying to get a band cancelled. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, they need a lot.
Yeah, they certainly do. They certainly do.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Have a dance.
If someone falls, pick them up. If someone gets injured, stop. Get everyone else to stop. Help them. Get proper medical attention. No one is there to have any injury. Yeah, be hospitalised or have injuries and stuff. We're there to have a good time. It's a bit of pushing and shoving, and if it goes too far, then it's not worth it. Really.
Know your limits, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just respect each other.
Yeah.
Respect one another. Respect the band. Respect the venue.
Yeah.
Very well said, and very well said. Because you don't want to cause and make an absolute shit place of just smashing places up just because you're being a total dick. But yeah, couldn't agree more, lads. It's absolutely. But I've seen other podcasters touch on that. They seem to think some podcasters seem to think that it could be the end of moshing altogether. Do you have a take on that?
Why? Why did they say that? Like, I don't think it'll be I don't think moshing's gonna end. Like, if there's people that love to do it, and there's always younger.
You got that lawsuit as well. That lawsuit as well in the States at this moment.
Is there?
Yeah. I can't remember the full details off the top of my head, but there is a lawsuit going on at the minute because of one of the band members was crowd surfing and has injured somebody.
These are the risks they take. But
who's liable? That's the question though, because if the venues have got no moshing or no crowd surfing, who's liable? See, this is where the grey area is.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And those rules are in place for the punters, the Patreons. It's not for a band member. The band member is the one who crowd surfed, not a fan.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to judge on that one, really.
Just watch the space and see what comes out. But I don't think moshing should, in his respect to the word term, should disappear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna. I definitely don't think it's gonna. It should disappear. I definitely do not think it should disappear. It's part of the whole scene, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's always played a big role in the entire just metal as a whole. You know what I mean? So, but it's the crowd killing and the crowd surfing. That's the tiny shit that we kind of need to dial back a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
No one deserves to stand there watch a band and get punched, smacked by
the face for no reason whatsoever. It's like that's common assault. That's fucking, at the end of the day, it's common assault. That person can then take them, sport or whatever. It's at the end of the day, it is common assault.
Well, thanks for sharing your opinions, guys. I appreciate that one.
Yeah, no worries.
And now we're going to just touch on a little bit of AI in music, because again, there's some more controversy that's been flying around on the old social medias about the use of using AI in artwork for albums and EPs. Not just only that, in music itself. One of the biggest debates was also on whether AI can truly be considered creative. Some argue that AI can produce high-quality music, images, but does it possess the emotional depth or originality that human artists can bring to the work? Do you have any thoughts on the use of using AI in music as a whole, not just in metal, as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like AI, take it out of metal and say like you go to like program drum and bass and stuff. It's something fairly similar. I guess someone's still tapping in the creativity side of things. Musically, I'm not it can produce some good stuff, but I'm not a massive fan of it. The artwork, I think that's kind of coming with the era of how the world is at the moment. I think a lot of stuff is going towards AI. I don't necessarily, I'm not against AI artwork. It can produce some incredible stuff. I don't really want it to take away from someone creative though. If someone depends on creating artwork as a living and digital artwork, and it takes away from them, then that's where it kind of.
I mean, it's a very, very grey area, and I would say I'm on the fence with it, because if you're a band starting out, a brand new band starting out, affording an actual artist to design you a logo is going to cost you how much?
A lot.
Few hundred.
Yeah, a couple hundred.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, what you've just said, using AI takes away from the artist.
Yeah.
I am literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. I am in the middle because I really don't know what the solution is. Yeah, especially when it comes to images.
When we did our EP, and you pay out for the studio, that can be a big chunk of money, and then to do artwork on top, I did have a look into it. Yeah, but we went down the route of we will get someone
who's
to
actually, in that field of design and illustration, creativity, just because they've already got the tools to do it. Like AI is just taking what they would do, but doing it like 10 times quicker. But like you say, it might look all polished and everything and great, but it's not got that creative flair behind it that an actual person would do.
It's not always perfect though, because
no, it's not always perfect. There's a lot of like error for bleeding.
Can't do human hands correctly, I've noticed.
No, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I see it as it's a good sort of like starting tool to get an idea of, like you just sort of like, oh, I've got an idea or an image in my head. What can it give us? And then you could give that to, a designer and go, these are the themes. Could you make something similar to that? And then they could, you're still getting, that's my sort of thought on it. It's a good sort of like starting tool, but to rely on it, no.
Brainstorming.
Yeah, it's sort of a brainstorming tool.
So yeah, using it as more of a brainstorm because it can be quite difficult. Trying to get what you want for, let's say, a piece of artwork, trying to get what you want, and then trying to put it into words to an artist.
Yeah, sometimes
can be quite challenging.
Yeah, they'll obviously have their own perception of what you want, and then they'll come back to you and go, "Is it this?" And you're like, "Oh, no, okay." So I mean, for me, an AI sort of like image could, it help, or even just taking old photos of old bands, album artwork and going sort of like this sort of thing, That's
where you can take 3 or 4 different images. Here's 3 images. pretty much take all three of those and then put it into one. You with us? Which is then obviously they will put their own spin on top of that. Yeah, I like that idea. I get where you're coming with that. And what about using actual AI music? Because
AI music.
I'm not sure if how you ever how many of the streams you've been in and for us, but we get it on a regular basis, at least every 3 weeks, where someone will come along and try and pass off a fully AI generated song as their own.
That's
to pass and it isn't until and it's not until you call them out on it. Yeah, that's when they'll let you know it's full. It's AI music, but it's my lyrics.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can pass that off as yourself. Like AI music, I've heard some, and it sounds really pretty sick to be fair. But then you can't take credit for it. So by all means, if you want to listen to that and enjoy that, yeah, just don't try and pass it off. Don't try and cut corners and take credit for where credit's not due.
Who would own the copyright to that? Because it's one of the again. It's one.
I don't know the programmer who coded that AI. Christ, I don't know. Like
it's again, but if that song was to get massive example, is then that AI company who programmed that AI then going to start? Hang on, we programmed that AI. The song's generating tens of thousands of pounds in revenue on a monthly basis. We want to cut.
Well, they could be entitled to that. Yeah, there's definitely a grey area there for it.
Yeah, there's going to be so many different precedents coming out of AI just across the world in all different industries.
It's not. We're going to have to learn. It's not going away. Yeah, it is not going to go away, and it's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
So do we learn and adapt with it, or do we try and cut it out completely?
I quit now. I can't compete against AI. I quit.
No. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to find an AI vocalist now.
To be fair, I mean, technically you could have replaced your drummer with a spacebar.
Yeah. Well, he did suggest that one gig, didn't he? Why not just use the drum track?
Bass players, and any musician on top of that, to be fair, are easily replaced with a spacebar.
I mean, that's how David Guetta does it. That's how, all these DJs do it.
I've seen a few bands, just vocalists with backing tracks.
Yeah. I just find that completely ridiculous, to be honest. If I want to go watch, music, I want to see a band. I want to see them play their actual instruments. They might as well have been on Top of the Pops and fucking lip synced it.
Top of the Pops. Yeah. Damn. Going back a bit there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Might be showing the age a little bit there, Ryan.
Well, doesn't look it. No.
Were you around for the Iron Maiden days of Top of the Pops?
No, that was a few years before my time.
Get in. Some people are probably going to be questioning, what the fuck is Top of the Pops?
Yeah. Well, that's another story.
It is, yes. Join us on the next episode where we discuss Top of the Pops. Right, guys. Well, I appreciate your opinions on Mosh Pit Etiquette and, of course, AI in music. We technically speaking, when it comes to AI, we could be in a whole new episode on top of that, because there's many things I feel like we can discuss. But I think we'll be happy enough to leave it there for tonight. Anything that you wish to plug before we call it a night?
I'll leave this one to you. You like to plug things.
No, just
where can we find Ruinous Reign?
So social media, everything. Just search Ruinous Reign. We are on our streaming platforms. If you head over to our Instagram, for example, there will be links to our Spotify, YouTube, and other Apple Music, Amazon, all that jazz.
Sweet. For Ryan, where can we find the merch?
At gigs. That is
just at gigs, not online yet.
We do. Do we have a Shopify?
We have a Shopify.
We did.
Whilst we took a break, I took a break from the Shopify. But that'll be back once we are up and running.
Yeah.
Get back on that. But really, just
we've not really had a look at online merch stuff yet. It's mainly just sort of been the old school come get it at gigs sort of thing, help us on the road, etc. But yeah, we'll definitely be looking at Shopify's and other.
How's people like me supposed to buy your merch? You want me to buy your merch, but I can't buy it.
Well, we'll have a think.
Drop us a message.
Yeah.
Drop us a message. Anyone out there who is interested, if you want to inquire about merch, shows, or any music, then we'll try
and sort it out.
Yeah.
DM the band, and I'm sure you can exchange via PayPal and send it in the post that way.
Yeah.
Which is what I've done a few times with bands, and at least that way, we know the band is going to get the full amount, as where no other websites are going to be taking any cuts or anything like that. So it's probably a better way of doing it. So if you want to support bands and make sure they get the full whack of your book, message the band directly. Send them your PayPal, and then they'll have that in the post. If you trust them, of course, but I do. I trust them, so I might do it. And
thanks to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Who? Me? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and all the work that you do, I really want a big shout out for Get Ahead. You guys have been behind us for the whole time. Really do appreciate you guys.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. We do it just because we love metal. Yeah. It's to give back something to a genre that's given me endless joy for years, mate. So
we appreciate it, and that's what you do.
It's no problem whatsoever. Because, like I say, there's a new release every Friday. It's never going to stop. It's just going to keep giving me something every week. So yeah, it's the least I can do, man. So, but I very much appreciate the kind words, and I will continue to push as much as I can for you guys to help the small bands and the underground as much as we possibly can, because that is what we're about here. All for the little guys, not just for the big boys who are already there, because we can't keep relying on Metallica.
No.
We need these young, fresh blood, riffaroonies. Do you know what I mean? So we need 4-minute guitar solos.
Yes.
Not AI generated.
No.
So yes, no worries whatsoever. Anything else? When's the first show of 2025?
Friday.
Have we got anything booked yet? This Friday?
No. We got asked. We did get asked last minute to play Friday, but we've had to turn it down due to the drummer issues. But hopefully, it's either March or April, depending when our Metal to the Masses Heat gets announced. But
so that will be the first show of 2025.
Yeah, I'm looking for something in February, with the confirmation from the drummer that he's committed. So head into February, get some good local shows out, dive into Metal to the Masses, do all that jazz, head to Woodstock.
Yeah.
Win it, of course. Got to have confidence. Win it, because you've got to be in it to win it.
So,
yeah. And of course, anyone who is watching back, all links will be in the description of the video, Spotify description, or wherever you watch or listen your podcasts.
Beautiful.
So, and get me wrong for this the other night, but I'm going to leave you with this. The rules of the pit are the rules for life. When someone falls, we pick them up.
Yes.
Oh.